Hey there, Libra. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in today. You are watching the Fool's Journey Tarot, and this is a general love reading for the sign of Libra for the last portion of October 2020. So Libra, we're nearing the end of your birthday season. I hope you all have had fabulous birthdays. Don't bite me. Hope you all have had fabulous birthdays and have had a good Libra season. I want to remind my viewers this is a general love reading. Of course, that means it can't apply to any kind of relationship or situation that you're dealing with. If you can think of it, it might apply in the reading. I also want to remind my viewers to be flexible with the energy. You can mix and match the roles within the reading. This means, of course, you can be represented by any of the characters that may show up in the cards, regardless of the gender of the cards and regardless of your own gender. You may feel like I'm reading for you. You could potentially feel like you're cross-watching for somebody else instead. Parts of the reading may resonate, other parts may not, so take what does and leave behind the rest. My intention is always to reach those that need the message and will hopefully benefit from it in some way. Whether that's just a simple confirming some feelings you might have to maybe gaining some advice in dealing with a situation that might be difficult for you. So those are my intentions. We're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to give this first deck one more good shuffle. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. You can find more specific information in the description box below. Okay, Libra, let's get started. So we're going to start off with the Devil in reverse, paired with the Eight of Pentacles, Five of Cups in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Star, Strength, Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Emperor. So Libra, we have a Queen of Pentacles on the table in reverse. I want to remind, especially male viewers, you can embody the Queen of Pentacles energy. This is about the energy of the card, not the gender. So just bear that in mind. I feel like this person's recovering from something, maybe some disappointment or some grief. Potentially could be tied to a job or workplace situation with the Eight of Pentacles coming out here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the second deck out before I read any further into this, because I feel a lot of positive energy in the reading, but this Queen of Pentacles feels like she's in a state of recovery or trying to regain some strength or something of that nature. So I want to see, but the other cards are indicating some positive energy. So let's see what else we get. Two of Wands, Ten of Cups in reverse, Two of Swords in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, the Page of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse, there's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse again for the second time, and the High Priestess, clarifying the Emperor. So I think this Queen of Pentacles, she's trying to recover from something. something she has to deal with, or something she has to pay attention to, or something she has to make a priority, is what I have with these cards. So there's something that occurred that she's recovering from, or something that's occurring that she's trying to come to terms with. But I feel like she's in a state of recovery, needing to pay attention to something that applies to herself and is requiring some kind of attention. I think this is something that is a reoccurring situation, or something that this person has dealt with before. And part of it has to do with trusting herself, or confidence, a level of confidence that she is acquiring or reacquiring. She's replenishing her confidence, her strength. Again, this could have to do with a workplace or family dynamic or group dynamic. It feels like there is something that perhaps this Queen of Pentacles has put a lot of energy into, that for some reason is it could be making her unhappy. It could be making other people unhappy, but there's something about the situation that's unsatisfying. There's something about the situation that needs to be tweaked, or needs to be fixed, or needs to have attention paid to it, or be made a priority, for example. There's something that I get that from the Devil in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. The first cliche, ouch, don't bite my ear. The first cliche that popped into my head when I saw these two cards is the Devil's in the details. So there's something that's being ignored, or something that needs to have be made a priority. If you keep biting my ear, I swear to God. Something needs to be made a priority, or some attention needs to be addressed in a certain area, or something specific. I don't know why I'm putting up with this. Why am I putting up with this, Libra? Are you kidding me? Ouch, come here. Come here. Don't be a shit. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Go eat your blueberry. I gave her a blueberry this morning. You'd think that she'd be super thankful and treating me like, her best friend, but no. My goodness gracious. Okay, Libra, back to you. So, again, the Devil's in the details. So there's some kind of thing that needs to be addressed or paid attention to, or some energy needs to be put into it. Something of that nature. But I think right now the priority is this Queen of Pentacles. She might be ignoring something that needs some attention because she is dealing with something pertaining to herself. And it feels like regaining a level of confidence or strength, recovering from something. Let's get some more cards out for Libra. I'm going to give this next deck one more shuffle. Let's see what else we get. Ace of Swords in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Two of Cups. There's the Queen of Pentacles for the third time. She's in the upright though. Yay! She's in that set of positive energy cards. This is what she's working on. This is what she's trying to attain. Justice. Seven of Wands. Eight of Pentacles again. Okay, so a little more clarity here. So this Queen of Pentacles is right now trying to recover from something. She's trying to regain some strength. She's trying to regain some confidence. Feels like it's associated or tied to a relationship or connection. I think that this is something she's been dealing with for quite a while. So she does have some kind of connection on her mind. I think it's interfering with something else. It feels like this could be interfering with the job or the work that she does or whatever else that she's putting energy into, because I feel like there is something that needs to be paid attention to that she might be ignoring or she's missing or she's not seeing right now because she's focused on this. Recovery or self-care pertaining to a specific relationship. She's definitely on the road to recovery. There's some really positive energy. I think she's done a lot of work, and I think she's making some really good progress, because this is what I'm seeing in the middle of the table. The Star, Strength, Justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. So she's definitely making some really good progress. And I get the feeling, too, with the Ten of Swords over here. This has to do with some inner work, maybe some spiritual work with the High Priestess out here. Spiritual growth. That this Queen of Pentacles has either A, been working on for a long time, or it's something that's reoccurring for her. So in other words, this might be a little bit like a roller coaster for this Queen of Pentacles. You know, on the one hand, she's in the energy of the cards I just showed you, and then on the other hand, she's doing this again. She's like, here we go, we're going down. So this could potentially, for example, just to give you a for example, I'm not saying this is the case, but she could be someone who's recovering from bouts of depression, anxiety, that kind of stuff, you know, or different varying degrees of that kind of self-care where you're working on maybe some of your inner demons or working through some past things. In this case, I think at this specific point in time, this person's working through some kind of relationship energy, and it could be in the form of some kind of disappointment with regard to a relationship, or tending to a relationship that needs attention, or reflecting on something that occurred within a relationship that she needed to put some energy into. As a result of the work that she's doing for herself, there's something else that needs attention or has been ignored. I'm not even sure that this Queen of Pentacles Empress energy, she's also the Empress, I'm not even sure she's aware of this right now because it's not on her radar. Whatever this is, it's not on her radar right now because she's focused on something else. She's setting priorities though. She's doing what she needs to do. So this isn't like it's a mistake or some kind of problem she needs to address, or like she needs to switch gears or change paths and move in a different direction. She's doing what she needs to do. It's just that there's something else that also needs attention that eventually, when she takes care of what she needs to take care of, she can then address this other issue. I think this Queen of Pentacles too has an understanding that what she's dealing with is a process, that she is learning life lessons through perhaps past events or past mistakes that occurred. I think that she has an understanding that she is always in this beginner's mindset. I have something to learn from this situation. It may be causing me some grief at this point in time, but there's something there's something positive to gain out of the situation. So she might be in one of those kind of downhill valley modes for herself on the roller coaster, where she's kind of dipping into some heavy stuff and then trying to recover from it, learn from it, reflect on it, and eventually, you know, gain some growth, and make her sense of self and the work she's doing in a spiritual sense, make it stronger. Now this Emperor that showed up early on in the reading, this could also reflect the energy of the person that she has on her mind, or this connection, this relationship that she's focused on right now. It feels like one that's important to her. It feels like one that has probably been significant to her for a significant period of time as well, with the Seven of Pentacles coming out here. So it's a connection she's invested in. And I think if you start biting my ear again, I swear to God, please just be a good bird. She, I think she's mad because when I got up this morning, I got up late. And I was kind of just fiddling around. I started a new crocheting project. I'm crocheting a new blanket, and I'm really excited about it. I love the yarn I picked out. It's got a really nice texture to it. So I'm really enjoying getting this new blanket started. Ouch. So instead of that did not hurt, but she threatened me with her nibble on my ear. I suppose that could be considered a term, something that she's doing to show some affection. But I always get scared to death that she's going to take my ear off. Anyway, I think she's a little bit mad at me because I had a leisure morning. It's actually later in the afternoon. I don't usually start my videos this late. She's usually had some time out of her cage, and I took her out later than I normally do. I think she's holding a grudge. Not a wise thing to do, might I remind you, Carmela, because you can go back into your cage at any given moment. Well, and guess who gets to put you back in your cage? Don't get mad at me. And she starts pounding on my shoulder. She's such a funny bird. Okay, Libra, back to you. Let's see what's going on with this Queen of Pentacles. I want to say too, aside from this Emperor energy that's over here, there's not a lot of information regarding the connection that she's got on her mind or the person that's attached to this connection. It's more about this Queen of Pentacles energy, Empress energy. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this last two rounds out. See what else we get for Libra. We have the 10 of Wands this time in the upright position. And then we have the Page of Cups. Justice. Again, 2 of Pentacles. The Hierophant. King of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. A couple of pages came out. Okay, so this is interesting. So this queen, it feels like she's in the process of making a decision or switching her path or changing her direction. In other words, I feel like she's on the tail end of this what's the word I'm trying to think of? Self-care recovery mode, where she's like, again, she's healing from something. She's trying to regain some strength. She's regaining some confidence. Whatever she's doing, she's on the tail end of that. So she's getting ready to unload some of those burdens, those things that are drawing her attention to them, and she's going to have an opportunity to pay attention to something different or put her energy somewhere else. So there's something that occurred within a relationship that I feel it's what she's reflecting on, and it has to do with this Emperor and this King of Cups energy. So there is an indication in the cards that the person that she's got on her mind is going through a similar process. But this person, I don't feel like this person is on the same timeline. For example, I feel with Temperance in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, this person's got a little more work to do or is still in the process of taking care of business on this person's end. It's an emotional, whatever this person's dealing with, it has to do with emotions. This person might be recovering from something disappointing within a relationship whatever the case is, this person is dealing with something. I don't want to get too heavy into what this person might be dealing with unless I get more information about this person. But they're also kind of in a state of recovery. It's a different kind of recovery. There's other things this person is dealing with. It's not the same. It's not the same process, and it's not the same things that they're working through. I mean, that makes sense, right? We're all individuals. We're all going to have different things that we're working through with regard to our lives and our past and how we make our way through this lifetime. So it might be that this I still have one more round to go. I need to shuffle just a couple more times here, Libra, and we'll get some more cards out. So I get the feeling like this Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy, she kind of has an understanding that she is closing in on the end of the end of a dip in her roller coaster. She's getting ready to climb another hill. So she's getting ready to put her attention into something new or something else. Could be work related, but she's got this person on her mind, the relationship itself. I'm just going to throw this out there. This could be true for some of you. This Queen of Pentacles could be looking at this Emperor and this Emperor, King of Cups in reverse, and wondering, is this person going to be ready to switch gears at the same time that I am? Can we work on the same thing together? Can we now get back on, ouch! Why? Why did I let her sit on my shoulder, Libra? Let's look at these cards first because they're super significant. I get the feeling like there could be this wondering or trying to decide, are we going to eventually be sharing the same energy where we can focus on the same thing? Do you know what I mean? In other words, I feel like these two, this Empress and this Emperor, might be on the same path, but they're separately processing through other things, maybe past relationships or their past. And then eventually there's this expectation that they'll meet back up again. Does that make sense, Libra? I hope that makes sense. It's very clear reading. I'm trying to explain it the best I can. But there is also, maybe this queen is coming to terms with the fact that she's not really sure that's going to be the case. She has a hunch that it's probably not, the timing's still off. Or it's still not quite right. There might even be a temptation by this Queen of Pentacles to slow things down for herself or speed things up so that they can get on the same path. But I think she knows, as well as we probably all do, Libra, just saying, that I'm not sure that whatever I'm looking at here, this is some kind of spiritual growth. She's processing through some very difficult things, and she's coming to this tail end. She's made a lot of progress. I'm not sure that this type of work is the type of work you could speed up or slow down. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it happens on its own timeline. And so I think that could be what this Queen of Pentacles Empress person is realizing. Come on, come here. Come here. I don't want you on my shoulder anymore. Stop biting my fingers. I forgot about her. And I get getting ready to bite me again. Okay, Libra, I have shuffled enough. Let's get this last round out and see what else we get. Six of Wands. Two of Cups again. Five of Cups, this time in the upright. Clarifying the Five of Cups in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. The Lovers. Ten of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. This is interesting, Libra. So there's a third party in this reading. It's this Queen of Wands. It's definitely someone separate. Okay, so this feels like it could also be a family connection, family unit. This doesn't feel like a third party situation, your typical Three of Swords type energy. It doesn't feel that way to me. But there is a Queen of Wands involved here, and whatever this Queen of Pentacles is working on, it's also related to this Queen of Wands. So it could be that she's got a couple of different connections or relationships that she's working through or reflecting on or spiritually growing from, making progress with. One of them is this Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so both this Queen of Wands and King of Cups, and these two could also be connected as well. This could be a family dynamic. All of these people could be connected. But these connections, these relationships, this King of Cups, Queen of Wands, whatever's going on with regard to these people, if they're meant to get back on track, on the same path, meet up again, start moving forward together again, whatever the case may be, these two, the King of Cups, Queen of Wands, are still working on things, trying to make progress, trying to, get to that point where they're at that fork in the road again where they can choose a new path. So these two are still working on things. Now again, and I said this before, I did not get a huge amount of information about this King of Cups and specifically what he might be going through. And that's the same for this Queen of Wands. So I just want to say that these are definitely two separate energies connected to this Queen of Pentacles, Empress individual, who are tied to whatever she is reflecting on or processing through with regard to the connections she's working on. She might be trying to see a new perspective. She might be trying to gain some information. She might be trying to reflect on her own actions or some past events. Whatever the case may be, it feels like she's definitely coming to an understanding or starting to see a different side to things, or making some headway, making some growth, getting unstuck regarding some connections, some relationships. So that's the good news for this Queen of Pentacles. However, based on what I'm seeing in the cards, that's not necessarily the case with the other people that are connected to the situation. So in other words, the timelines are not matching up. I think the question is, I think that's the question. Are the timelines going to match up so we can start moving forward again and pay attention to the other things that need to be paid attention to? Are these relationships going to synchronize? There's a good word. There she is again. You gonna bite my ear? Do I take the risk? Do I take the chance? We're gonna take the chance, Libra. What the hell? You only live once. I'm gonna try it. So I get this strong feeling that there is this expectation or waiting for paths to realign, synchronize, come back together. That's what's being worked on. And as it stands right now, they are not realigning. Doesn't mean there's not progress being made, because I definitely feel that's the case. There's a lot of energy indicating there's a lot of progress being made. But there's still work to be done. So, I'm going to get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card for you, Libra. See if we can get some more information. You know, it's interesting because the Hierophant came out with this page of Pentacles, and I was talking about this Queen of Pentacles maintaining or regaining a beginner's mindset when it comes to working through this kind of stuff that she's dealing with for the sake of spiritual growth or personal growth. And here we have the page in the Hierophant. Teacher-student, right? That's my teacher-student card. And heavy indication with the High Priestess out here, the Star, Strength and Temperance, and then now we have the Hierophant, and we got Justice here, and we got the Lovers. I mean, this is heavy-duty major arcana action going on over here. It feels very, very spiritual. It feels like spiritual growth. It feels like, you know, I think that the spirit guides are looking down upon the people involved in the situation and helping them along. I get that feeling strongly. But I also think it's helpful to maintain this student-teacher mindset. There's always something to gain out of mistakes and hardships and difficulties. There's, you know, life is hard, and then it just gets harder, and then you get older and it gets harder. I mean, right? Am I right, Libra? I don't know. Feels right to me. And so we're all working through things all the time. The goal is to make things better. And you do make things better by coming to terms with things, accepting the fact that everybody makes mistakes, and instead of looking at it as a disappointment or problem or something that created more issues for you, you look at it as an opportunity to reflect on what occurred, make some changes in your life, gain a new perspective, and grow from the experience, no matter how negative or hard, you know, or emotionally challenging it is or it was. That's what I feel is going on here. It's a really interesting reading, but it's definitely focused on this Queen of Pentacles. So I do want to say, especially if you're a male viewer, you could certainly be the King of Cups, but you could also be the Queen of Wands. You could be someone who is kind of on the outside looking in. Maybe you have someone, Queen of Pentacles type individual in your life who's very significant to you. Maybe this person is dealing with something like this. But male or female, you can embody any of these energies, regardless of your own gender. And I just wanted to point out that I'm definitely reading for the Queen of Pentacles. Her energy is the heaviest in this reading. And these cards are not cooperating. So let's get them unsticky and we'll try again. Let's get one card for Libra. I'll wrap up this reading. One card for Libra. I don't want 15 or 16 or 2 or 3. I just want one. Just one. It felt like I had my choice of like 15 or 16 there in that last round. These are my sloppy shuffles. These cards are so big, they're hard for me. So I just sloppy shuffle, and then this one wanted to pop up. This is the one I'm taking. So we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. I haven't pulled this card in a while. It's in reverse, so it's a potential blockage. The Nine of Wands in your traditional tarot deck has to do with putting up a fight, you know, taking that one last ditch effort to make something work, putting in the hard work. It's definitely a challenging card. It typically means you're expending a lot of energy. You're putting your best foot forward, even though things are very difficult. If it's in reverse, it could indicate needing to give up because things are too hard, or throwing in the towel, something of that nature. These cards, if you're familiar with my channel, or you're familiar with the deck, have significantly in-depth meanings and sometimes different meanings from your traditional meanings from the Rider-Waite deck. So I'm going to display this for you in the upright. Libra, here we go. Does it seem you are making your life more difficult by overcomplicating something? Do you find you take 10 steps to perform a task when you know you could complete the same task in 5? Or do you seem suddenly to have a list of conditions and requirements that only serve to limit and restrict? There is a good rule to follow in all areas of life. Keep it simple. I love that. Keep it simple. It's been my mantra for many years. The reverse 9 of fire is a gentle reminder not to bury yourself under the weight of the unnecessary. Take physical action to simplify your life and how you do things. Otherwise, you will make your life harder and slow yourself down. Remove the clutter and create an easy flow that is free of self-imposed obstructions. Lighten your workload by following a process that is elegant in design and complicated in nature, because it only requires that you do what you need to do and nothing that you do not. By doing so, you can give all of your focus and energy to what is truly important and nothing more. I love that. I love that. With the Devil and the 8 of Pentacles, the very first cliche that popped into my head is the devil is in the details. You have to focus and put your energy into things that are truly important and nothing more. This was a really interesting reading, Libra. I liked it a lot. I hope it made sense to you. I hope it resonated for you. I think that I could certainly apply this message to my own life in some ways, in a lot of ways. But I do think that, a lot of energies are represented in this reading, but I think this Queen of Pentacles is really got a good grasp on what she's done, what she's accomplished, where she's headed, and what's important. What's important. And maybe she kind of feels like she's waiting it out for some other significant connections to figure the same thing out, and they just need more time. She's got to maintain some patience with regard to these connections she's dealing with. And you know what? You can't sit there at the fork in the road forever. You can't sit there and wait and twiddle your thumbs and wait for everybody to catch up. If she's on her path somewhere and she's doing something that she feels she needs to invest her time and energy into, the last thing she's going to want to do is sit there and twiddle her thumbs. And vice versa. For anybody else who's involved in this reading, I get the feeling too that this Emperor, maybe this Emperor made it there first, if I'm being quite honest. I mean, he came out in the upright first. Maybe he made it there first and he's already gone on his way. Maybe he's the one twiddling his thumbs waiting for people. So it could be vice versa. But anyway, I think that regardless, it's a very positive reading. I think there's a lot of good things going on here. So I'm going to say I wish you all the best, Libra. Congratulations on all the work you're doing. If you are this Queen of Pentacles, you're doing great. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope the reading resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. If you feel like leaving a comment, that's always fantastic. I really appreciate your support, and thanks to all the return viewers who continue to watch my videos. I will see you next time. Carmela says goodbye. See you later, Libra. Take care.